Hello, my name is Ilsa and I review books at the Book Bundle and here at Ilsa Vlogs. Today I'm going to talk about Ancillary Justice by Ann Leckie. This is a sci-fi novel, and if you haven't heard of it, it has won the Hugo Award, the Arthur C. Clarke Award, the Nebula Award, the Locus Award and the British Sci-Fi Association Award. I don't normally read sci-fi. I read the occasional book here and there that's sci-fi, but normally I go to the fantasy end of the scale. But I'd heard a lot about this one. I'd heard about the gender bending kind of that they do in it a little bit, and I'd heard how many awards it had won, and a bunch of authors that I love recommended it, so when I saw that my friend had a copy, I took a chance to read it. This book, Ancillary Justice, is about a spacecraft, an artificial intelligence who used to be a giant spacecraft and could inhabit bodies. It had bodies that kind of belonged to it, so it was operating in them all the time. Kind of like remote terminals in a way, if that's a good way to think about it. But now she only has one body that she's using. She's no longer a giant spaceship, she is this one person. And the story is told between the past, about 20 years before, when she was the massive spaceship called the Justice of Torrin, and also all these little people, and it describes how she got in, the situation built up to where she was betrayed. And in the present, she's been betrayed, so she's only got this one body left, and is trying to find something that will let her get justice, let her take revenge. But right at the beginning, she, in the present, finds someone, and for some reason that she can't quite figure out for herself why she does it, why she doesn't just carry on, she picks this person up who's been injured outside of a bar fight and takes them with her, and that kind of affects how the story goes as well. I really liked how it went between building up a picture of the world in the past and how things typically were compared to now, how the international policy of this big empire that's trying to take over everything, basically, how their policies are changing and becoming less about conquering and more about staying with what they have, and the reasons for that, and also seeing in the past how they reached the stage of the Justice of Torrin being betrayed. And also I really like how in the present, how it's affecting her to have just the one body. I like how in the present we see the various steps she's doing and the amount of effort she's put into getting to each step, to meeting a person, to finding out that they've got this particular gun that could do a lot of damage, and how she's going to maybe get that gun herself. The thing that I also have to mention with this book, and the thing it's well known for, is that in the culture, the Raj that built the Justice of Torrin, that built these spaceships, they do not have a concept of gender. So the spaceship, having been built by them, doesn't really do gender. She refers to everyone as her or she. There are, I can think of off the top of my head one character who I know exactly whether they are male or female, that it specifies in his culture he is male, because the computer doesn't know. The Justice of Torrin cannot distinguish well enough a lot of times. Like she knows that there are cultural markers saying this person is this gender and that person is that gender, but she often forgets, she gets it wrong, or sometimes when she does know, it'll just say, I made sure to use the correct pronoun for that country and stuff like that. But throughout the book, it doesn't tell you what that is. So everything, because she doesn't see them as separate, everything is she or her. And I thought that was really interesting. I know some people had a problem with it or found it really confusing, but I found it quite interesting to see that you could make arguments a lot of the time that one character is a particular gender, and it really makes you appreciate how silly our gender stereotypes are and how much it is a cultural thing. So I really appreciated the book for that. One last thing that I will mention about it before this gets really long is I loved that it leaves you to put together the pieces about the cultures. All the worlds that the Justice of Torrin goes to, they all have their different cultural backgrounds, they have their different relationship with the Raj, the conquering, the empire that's coming out and conquering them. They all have different pasts with that affects how they are today. But the book it gives you clues as to the past. It never says, here is a long history of things. You have to kind of put bits and pieces together a lot. She doesn't sit there and explain things much. But I really liked that. I liked being able to put it together myself. So overall, this was a book that I really enjoyed. It is kind of, this and a couple other things I've been reading in the past year making me a little bit more into reading more sci-fi books. I definitely want to read the sequel of this. It's the first one in a trilogy. And if I was reading this, I gave this 8 out of 10 on my book review blog. So I definitely recommend that one. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.